Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this story to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular in working more hard for you. So let us start the day to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in different time frames. So friends, here I would like to inform you that the natural gas contract rolled over on July 26th to September 20th contract. Now the September contract has been settled at the levels of 1.867. So let us start to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in a daily chart. So here you can see that the natural gas futures tested the highs of 2.9 in November 2019, and since then the natural gas futures moved downward and tested the lows of 1.4 here, and currently the natural gas futures have closed the week here. So now in a daily time frame I find that the natural gas futures look ready to make a higher move from the current levels. So now the September futures have been settled at $1.867. So today we are going to check how the natural gas could behave during the upcoming weeks. So for this, we have to check the current position of moving averages first of all. So here you can see the current position of 20 days moving average, which is currently at the levels of $1.747. And now let me show you the current position of 20 days exponential moving average. So here you can see that 20 days exponential moving average is currently at the levels of $1.735. So now let us have a look at the current position of 50 days moving average. So here you can see that currently the 50 days moving average is at the levels of $1.796. And now let me show you the current position of 50 days exponential moving average. So here you can see that the 50 days exponential moving average is at the levels of $1.741. So here I find that the overall trend in a daily time frame showing the continuity of an uptrend where we may see a gap up opening on the first trading session of the upcoming week. Now let me show you that how the natural gas futures behaved amid this zone. So here you can see a daily chart of natural gas futures in the same time frame. Here you can see that after finding a strong base at the levels of $1.617, the natural gas futures showed good strength during the last week, when you can see that the natural gas futures have currently closed at the levels of $1.808. As I've already informed you that now we have rolled over to September futures. So here I find that the natural gas futures may take a sharp upward move from the current levels, where I find that the natural gas futures look ready to come out of this bearish zone. Here I find that if the natural gas futures start the upcoming week above the levels of $1.946 on the first trading session, we will see the natural gas futures to make an upward move above this bearish zone, where a sustainable move during the first two trading sessions of the upcoming week. The natural gas futures may take a sharp bouncing move from the levels of $2.2 up to the levels of $2.346 during the upcoming week, where I find that the natural gas futures may find their immediate resistance at these levels, but a downward move back up to the levels of $1.957 will provide a good opportunity to go long in natural gas futures, because the uptrend in natural gas futures will remain intact amid this zone during the upcoming weeks, because the first Atlantic hurricane Hana has made landfall on Padre Island on Saturday evening, bringing life-threatening storm surges, flooding, rains, and tree-topping winds to South Texas, which could result in long disruption of natural gas production during the upcoming week. So friends, here I find that the natural gas futures may test the highs of $2.9 during the month of August. So friends, here I find that the natural gas futures look ready for an upward move of this season. So here I find that once the natural gas futures make a sustainable move above the level of $2, we'll see the natural gas futures may try to test new highs during the upcoming week, and the level of $2 will convert into a strong support. Once the natural gas futures sustain above the levels of $2.2, we'll see the natural gas futures to find some bouncing moves from the levels of $2 during the upcoming weeks. So friends, I find that during the upcoming week week, the natural gas futures may trade between the range of $2.345 to $2.9. Now let me show you the current position of 200 days moving average. So here you can see that currently the 200 days moving average is at the levels of $1.976, where the natural gas futures may find a stiff resistance at these levels, where I find if the natural gas futures successfully make a sustainable move above the 200 days moving average, we will see the natural gas futures to test the next resistance at the levels of $2.350 before moving more upward. But here I find that in the daily time frame, once the natural gas futures sustain above the 200 days moving average, we will see the natural gas futures will find this level as a good supporting level during the upcoming week. Now let us check this move in a 4-hour time frame. So here you can see that how the natural gas futures have found a good base at the levels of $1.623 and continued to move upward. So here I find that a closing above the levels of $1.796 ensures the continuity of an uptrend in natural gas futures. So now let us have a look at the movements of natural gas futures in an hourly time frame. So in an hourly time frame, here you can see that the natural gas futures have found a good bounce above the levels of 200 days moving average and successfully closed the week above the levels of $1.796 in an hourly time frame, which looks evident enough to ensure the continuity of an uptrend in natural gas futures. So here you can see that the 20 days exponential moving average has formed a bullish crossover here, and 50 days exponential moving average is also above the 50 days moving average, which is indicating the continuity of an uptrend in natural gas futures during the upcoming week. So let us go back to the daily chart. Here you can see that the natural gas futures tested the highs of $2.9 on November 6, 2019, and since then we have seen a downward trend in natural gas futures, where the natural gas futures found a good base here at the levels of $1.5, and here you can see that the natural gas futures found stiff resistance at the levels of $1.979, but now here you can see that finally the natural gas futures tested the highs of $2.159 on May 5th, 2020, but witnessed a heavy sell-off from these levels, but finally after a dip up to the lows of $1.434 on June 26, we have seen the natural gas futures to gain some strength, and once again the natural gas futures look ready to make an upward move, where the natural gas futures may break this immediate resistance of $2.168 during the upcoming week, where the next resistance level will be at the levels of $2.346 here. So here I find that the natural gas futures may consolidate amid this zone, and here I find that once the natural gas futures sustain above the 200 days moving average in a daily time frame, we will see the natural gas futures will sustain above the levels of $2.345 to make more upward moves during the upcoming weeks, because in that case this level will provide a good supporting base to natural gas futures in upcoming weeks. So friends, be ready to see an action in natural gas futures during the upcoming weeks. So thank you friends, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.